So I finally got around to seeing the new Superman trailer, that is Superman Legacy, and I enjoyed the trailer. I'm hopeful for the movie. I hope it does well because it's been a while we saw a good Superman. And for everyone who is missing Henry Cavill, I miss him too, but his time has come to an end. Let's move forward. The Snyderverse did its best. Some things went wrong. The movies did not really tank, but they were not widely received properly. So let's give James Gunn a try and see how he does with his own Superman. Now, there are a couple of things I noticed in the trailer, even though they didn't give much out, and I wish I had to commend them. A lot was shown, but nothing was really told, so we don't know how this movie will go. But from the few things I saw, I think there are things I want to talk about, and I'm hoping I could be wrong or right in some of them. Firstly, we got to see a lot of heroes: Hawkgirl, Green Lantern, Mr. Terrific, Superman. Now, the thing is, I don't really have a problem with so many of them being in the movie, but can we just make this movie about Superman? Now, I get it. There are going to be some cameos with this guy, but that's what I want it to be, just cameos, okay? I don't want to show where Superman is arguing with these guys about his methods or his ways, and they're going back and forth trying to be this team of a thing. No, give us a fully grounded Superman movie that has nothing to do with anybody else but Superman and whatever problem he has to deal with by himself. And I get Clark Kent can be a bit goofy sometimes, but I shouldn't make him lean too much into the goofy side. I mean, if there's anything you can take from Zack Snyder's own, is Clark Kent wasn't that goofy all the time. He was a simple, cool-headed, grounded guy. I guess, yeah, it was a bit dark and gloomy and broody. Sometimes it almost became like Batman at some point. But yeah, Clark was simple enough. He was a simple enough person. He wasn't really the guy who stood out that much for being stupid or being clumsy. It was just okay. Now I get it. Zack's version was a bit different, so this one will be a bit different. And from the trailer, yeah, he does act a little bit goofy, but it shouldn't be too much into it. I'm just hoping it doesn't get too much into it, anyways. I mean, it's nice to see that they actually focus on some heterosexual relationship between a man and a woman, which is something that is very rare in Hollywood these days. But then again, it's a Superman story of Lois Lane, Clark Kent, and Superman in the mix. I really do not know how they were going to twist it, but hey, it's Hollywood. They could have done it any other way, but it's really nice to see that we're actually sticking to Lois Lane and Superman and Clark Kent. I'm mentioning in three forms because, yeah, she kind of fell in love with Superman before she fell in love with Clark Kent. So, yeah, it's nice to see that their relationship is being played out the way it has always been, the way we grew up knowing it. Now, James Gunn is amazing in his work as a director, and let's be honest, the Guardians movies are awesome. Each and every one of them has been a hit, at least for me. I have loved every Guardian movie. I love what he's doing with Creature Commandos. But here's the thing, though, I don't think that style would work fully with the Superman movie because if you check it, Creature Commandos and Guardians have two things in common. One, they're kind of comedic. Two, it's a superhero team or at least a group of people coming together to face evil. Superman doesn't really fall into the archetype, especially since it's a standalone Superman movie, not a Justice League movie. Because for one, Superman isn't really this all serious guy, but he's not really comedic. Yes, he can be funny at times, but doesn't really lean into the comic side, or should I say the funny side, which is something like more of the Flash. It's kind of a Flash thing to do, and also this whole coming together of a hero thing is something I kind of worried about. I'm not really interested in seeing Superman and Green Lantern, Hawkgirl, and Mr. Terrific coming together to be this team that face. No, I want to see Superman doing Superman things, saving lives, beating the bad guy. I don't know why they said kaiju in this movie, but we'll see. I think it's a cool concept. But something tells me these two things are related one way or the other. I could be wrong. In many ways, I just want to see a Superman movie with Superman doing Superman things. And yes, I said Superman almost 100 times in here. And I keep saying it because yes, it's a Superman movie, and I love Superman. And please, for the love of God, just focus on making this movie a good movie. Now, I know James Gunn has mentioned a lot of titles that will be coming in, a lot of projects they have planned, but I don't want this movie to be a movie that kickstarts this whole new franchise or this whole new universe or timelines or whatever. Let's just focus on making, and I keep saying let's like I'm a part of it. I'm not, but okay, let me put it this way. I wish they would just focus on making this one good movie because believe it or not, there've been so many talks about the superhero fatigue. We can say what we want about DC being terrible, they've made terrible movies over the years, But even Marvel has fell off at some point. They've made some shitty movie too. And Superman right now is like the new movie that's gonna come and save people in a weird way. But it is. It's going to come back. If you can have a good Superman movie that is grounded based on Superman, that gives people that feeling that the first Iron Man did, the first Black Panther did, the first Avengers movie did. That is what we're hoping for with this movie, because Superman has to work. It has to work for James Gunn's sake. It has to work for superhero movies in general going forward. So yeah, I would hope they will focus solely on making just this movie about Superman, Lex Luthor, Superman's problems, how he solved them, the trials and tribulations he had to go through. I really have no issues with Crypto. People keep saying it's kind of cheesy that Crypto is just this regular dog. I mean, yeah, the idea of Kryptonians is that they have powers within them. They don't have to look some type of way. Although I would have loved to see Snyder's version of Crypto. That would be tough. Anyways, it doesn't matter how he looks. It can be a poodle. It can be a chihuahua. It's still a Kryptonian dog. It will still destroy anything, or at least most things you put in its path. So yeah, I don't mind the whole crypto thing. I'm actually curious to see what the hell whoop Superman this bad. But yeah, I really look forward to seeing this movie, and I think it's going to work out. Oh, I pray it's going to work out. I love Superman. I have seen all the reiterations of Superman. I have seen all the reboots over the decades, and even though they've been some terrible movies, I enjoy Superman. I enjoy DC. I'm a big DC fan, anyways, in case you don't know. So yeah, I look forward to seeing what they have to give us with Superman's Legacy. And this has been my opinion on the Superman Legacy trailer. Thanks for listening, guys. See you on the next one.